midway draft, right, Brandon? It's all about having that single threat composition, and that's the Vayne. But there's a Camille. Hextech Ultimatum, that is the #1 thing that can immediately lock you down and kill you if you don't have Hourglass, unfortunately. You cannot buy time if you don't have that item yet. Level 5, T1 really has to pull the trigger and shut this down.
All eyes on Doom and BDG. This bot side matchup will determine the fate of these two teams in the Icons Global Championship.
This is so crazy. I love it. This is so poetic, honestly. It's so rare to see hyper-scaling versus hyper-scaling. It is going to be BDG versus Doom, just as you mentioned. This is going to be so hyped. This is going to be crazy. Or this could be 10 minutes making sure that BDG and Doom farm till they're ready to fight. It could go either way, Brandon.
That's the way, Riku. Farm it up, get ready to fight as we are ready to move into the Rift. Game number 3, the last game between these two teams.
Oh, it is a Morgana jungle. It's 7 on the Morgana
Where's
jungle.
Hell's Devil? We need Hell's Devil for this.
We need Hells!
Hell's...
Hells, do you?
He is very prepared with this. He has job done well, but at the same time, that also means that T1 have a lot more independence. The rest of his team can get things done because Jong, look at the top side.
One more?
He's fighting Random 1 versus 1 and will come out ahead as Random narrowly survives.
Love the patience from Jong, right? He decided to keep his flash for the next potential fight. JY can double down on that, visit that lane later on, and finish the job.
A high-tension moment for these two teams. Will T1 join Roster Y in the group stage, or will it be RIX joining Team Queso?
That's gonna be crazy, right? Because yesterday we saw Sentinels get that win over Kwangdong Freaks, send them home, continue their journey in Icons.
That's got a grab.
The
He wants the bot side one as well, but I do believe it was JY that was able to secure it.
And they're fine, no fights just yet. Again, this composition from T1, going back to basics here. Top lane though.
Very close to winning this fight though.
Woo!
Decides not to stay for it, flashes away.
Whew, that could have gone either way, right? But the Ignite was not Ignite, but the DOTs were hitting on Jong.
I feel like that was pressure there. I think Jong could have got the kill.
Yeah. We're 2 routes.
He had the flash advantage as well. Random used it the last engage, the last instance. I do believe that was a little bit of, yes, honestly just nerves going into the final game.
Don't want to risk it.
A lot of pressure on these two teams.
Top second time around though for 7. Binding.
Rotating around from the back,
Whoa!
flashing in, looking for the ultimate. The Condemn comes through, instead Penguin gets tagged and giving first blood over to RIX.
Gotta love the aggression that RIX is showing right now. Using the Morgana jungle, using Clue to set up for that instead. And I love the zoning as well. Flash, ult, Soul Shackles, Penguin, BDG separated. And now, JY gonna stick around though.
JY is here, smalls them out, huge Cyclone! They get the bonus damage out from Core, on the turret, Clue buying so much time, Shen and Embrace comes in, they're able to pull back on the JY dashes in, gets BDG into the back line, Cat Ray finally finishes off the kill. The exhaust comes through on the Doom, that binding not able to connect, not able to stop BDG, but it lands on the Penguin, does not give T1 the chance to get back in.
Amazing Cyclone from JY, right, for that tower dive. RIX saw that, they could have gotten a kill from BDG, but because T1 were patient, JY wanted to go home already, canceled his sports. Random though, falling.
This should be a kill. Barrier out for Random. Ignite ticking down. Jong with a solo kill. Switching things around. It's RIX up in the top side. Trying to pressure out Jong. Meanwhile, T1 are the first to start up the objective. The Dragon going down quite quickly. RIX start up the Rift Herald on the opposite side of the map. Will T1 look for a fight? The answer should be no, as they move back down to bot lane to try and pick up more farm.
Honestly, RIX can do the same thing that BDG did in game number 2. Get the Rift Herald, funnel all turret plates onto Doom, accelerate his gold count, and then fight at the 3rd dragon. Honestly, that they can definitely do that. We'll see if BDG. Honestly, I feel like this match in general, if we don't see any kills, I'm looking at the gold.
Try and snowball
right now
even further. Random in a spot of trouble as JY is looking for a dive here as well. Ooh, the Ignite to cut the killer on the Honey Fruit, flashing in, they managed to get the dive going! JY comes in, a beautiful upper end to prevent the damage coming through, the bleed on the JY, but he heals up, he survives through it all! Down the bottom end, Clue trying to force an engage here on the Penguin, Send Embrace comes through, BDG needs to get away but gets caught by the Condemn on the way out, gets Killer Instinct to dive back towards his turret and will survive the attempts by RIX.
Gotta love what T1 is doing, right? They're amplifying Jong because he is the primary answer to eliminate Doom. He's able to access the backline and just single target him basically with a Hex. This though, RIX saw an opportunity. opportunity that, hey, JY is on top side. It's our time to dive bot lane as an exchange. But T1 prevents any sort of death on their side for that dive. I think that's a pretty good job.
Especially with the Rift Turret being used. T1 only lost that bot side turret, and we're still able to trade back. First turret was over to RIX though, but it's not a huge loss considering all things considered.
Yeah, definitely, right? I feel like RIX wanted to get extra kills over that dive. But when we look at the gold, again, BDG is doing a phenomenal job replicating his performance from game number 2. If I'm not getting any kills, I'm just going to get all gold to myself. One thing that I'm looking at, though, when it comes to the 15 to 20-minute mark, is that T1's composition is not a single-threat comp. They have cores going to scale so well in the late game. And I feel like that's the concern that RIX has to face in fights where they cannot pull the trigger.
A massive rotation here from RIX up towards the top side. BDG
BDG
gets caught here by Clue, flashing forward.
It's fine.
Or not even using the flash, just has to use the rocket belt.
Full
They're trying
dive.
to go for the dive at the top side. So much damage out here from BDG, but BDG still gets caught in the end. Clue goes down despite the black. Very worthwhile here for T1, as I do believe that emboldens them a little bit more. Are trying to fight for this Rift Herald. The redemption comes in. Will just barely take random, but no damage effectively dealt.
Look at Jong here. It's going to Hextech Ultimatum Doom here. Watch, watch, watch.
Clue trying to knock them away. Will not be able to steal away the Rift Herald. Core offloading some damage, but T1 still not looking for a fight.
Okay, the reason why
from JY, but the exhaust out from Snitch.
I like this. RIX dropping the Rift Herald. They might lose mid lane, though, if they keep going. Oh, dear.
7 losing some good amount of health right now. John looking
There
for
it
this
is.
re-entry angle. Will manage to find it on the random, but gets caught by the Dark Binding. Stopped before he could do more to Rix's backline.
Well, this is definitely enough. They weren't able to destroy that tower going in.
Comes in with a killer instinct,
Woo!
has a hook shot. They manage to find the first kill on the turret. But random response here as well. Gets not hit by JY. Doom doing an amazing job dishing out damage. JY still alive for now, but gets hit by the Dark Binding, and that might not be the case much longer as
JY!
Rix respawn back with 2 kills of their own.
That was a very aggressive dive from
Baron
T1.
shows up on the map. You can start to see now 13 minutes into game. We are approaching the next phases here as well. Random once again.
Oh my god.
Caught out in a bad position. Clue will be able to find some damage and a knock up onto BDG to hold him in place. He pops the Unchained ultimate. Seven starts to run in. He does have his ultimate here going for him. BDG goes into stasis to buy some time. Dodges away from every spell as well.
Mission accomplished. Oh! Okay, no one
with the
falls from
ultimate.
that.
No kill though.
That was too close there. Jong still trying to play with fire here, knowing the fact that a lot of RIX members are going home, seeing maybe he could get a kill before he goes home as well. Maybe sticking around even to get a tower, to get a chip damage on the tower. But I like this from T1, the aggression, they keep hammering at it. And considering the fact that game number 1, they're starting the Baron.
Is this for real?
It's for real.
For real?
For real, for real.
Under 10,000. Baron going down quite quickly, but it seems like RIX have caught on to this. Cannot trick them. They know what's up.
Yeah, we'll see though.
Wait, they do not know what's up.
Seven's far away.
They walked over. They thought they knew what was up. But the Baron going over to T1. And nothing that RIX can do to stop this. Random walking in now as well. He's gonna get tagged, but the exhaust has to stop flashing away. Need to give T1 pursue the chance to pull them back in the game. T1 have done this before. They did it 2-0 last time. They're looking to do it 2-1 this time. RIX on the other hand, fighting back the best that he can, using the spells to clear the wave. Transcendent's Brace was burnt trying to do it. Random might fall in the side lane, gets caught by the Hextech ultimate again. Doom has his ultimate, but JY chasing after. He'll find the Cyclone onto the Vayne, a priority target for this team. But Clue standing in the way of T1. They need to finish off the Alistar first. Cyclone comes across again. JY finally goes down. T1 sent out of the base of RIX.
Okay, T1, if they blow all their resources and they do not kill Doom, that is the time T1 should be worried. I think this is the right call to back away, especially that JY is gone. They need a secondary. They need Hextech Ultimatum. They need Cyclone to be able to be comfy in these fights. But at the same time, the base is open, Grand.
Baron is up this time around. RIX, they have vision. And so they know this is going down, but it's already down to less than half. 5,000 coming through. RIX need to pull the trigger now. Doom starts to run in, but they're going to go over to T1. They need to find a fight. Doom still trying to look for an angle, looking for an entry. Going on to JY. Random picks on 1 kill. They find the Wukong finally in the pit. Penguin will go down as well. RIX still holding on a fighting chance.
Oh my word, that went so well for RIX. Able to keep Doom alive, able to free hit. But look at Jung, he's pushing the mid lane.
Look at the base. He's
pushing,
going in.
They're canceling the ports. They're not letting them go home.
T1's blocking it. They're onto the Nexus. RIX cannot get back to base in time. And Jung on the Nexus has brought in the minion wave. And they've done it once. They'll do it again. They take down RIX.
What a way to